For nearly a decade, Touched by an Angel brought hope, faith, and inspiration to millions of viewers. The show's heartwarming stories and unforgettable performances made it a television classic. However, over the years, 40 talented actors who graced the series have sadly passed away. From beloved main cast members to memorable guest stars, each left a lasting impact on audiences. Join us as we honor the lives and legacies of these 40 actors from Touched by an Angel who are no longer with us, remembering their contributions and the tragic circumstances of their passing. Della Reese stepped into the role of Tess in Touched by an Angel in 1994 at the age of 63, portraying the firm yet compassionate angelic supervisor who guided Monica and other angels with wisdom and love. A trailblazing gospel singer and actress, she fought against racial discrimination in Hollywood, but her journey was filled with struggles. Despite fame, she faced financial hardships, once declaring bankruptcy due to mismanagement and failed business ventures. Personally, she endured profound heartbreak. Her only daughter, Delores Daniels Owens, died suddenly in 2002 from complications of a pituitary tumor, a loss that devastated her. Though married to Franklin Lett for over 35 years, she battled significant health issues, particularly diabetes, which led to the amputation of both legs in her later years. Despite her strong faith, her final years were marked by pain and declining health. On November 19, 2017, she passed away at age 86 due to complications from the disease.
No, Tess. And I'm ready. Really, I am.
Lord, I hope so. Now there's a bus coming. I want you to get on it and go north.
Charles Rocket portrayed Adam, the original Angel of Death, in 1994 at age 45, bringing a mix of humor and depth to the role. Once a rising star on Saturday Night Live, his career took a devastating hit after a scandalous 1981 on-air incident in which he used profanity during a live broadcast. The controversy led to his firing and a steep decline in opportunities, leaving him struggling to regain prominence. Though married to Beth Krellin and a father to a son, Rocket wrestled with deep personal dissatisfaction, feeling trapped in a career that never fully recovered. In his later years, he retreated from Hollywood, growing increasingly despondent over missed opportunities and fading recognition. On October 7, 2005, he was found dead in his home, having died by suicide at the age of 56. His tragic death served as a somber conclusion to a life that had once brimmed with promise but had been overshadowed by regret and disappointment.
Surprise! What are you doing here?
I'm doing casework now.
Excellent. Congratulations. Really, you deserve it.
Thank you. How about you?
I'm escorting Mr. Phelps to his reward.
John Dye took on the role of Andrew, the Angel of Death, in 1996 at age 33, embodying the gentle, empathetic figure who guided souls to the afterlife. His portrayal was beloved, but outside of Touched by an Angel, his acting career struggled to gain momentum. Though he appeared in TV movies and small guest roles, he never reached the level of fame he had once hoped for. Dye never married or had children, and as work became scarce, he grew increasingly reclusive, battling depression and personal losses, including the deaths of close friends and family members. His health began to decline, but he kept his struggles private. On January 10, 2011, he was found dead in his home at just 47 years old due to heart failure. His untimely passing shocked fans and those who knew him, a tragic irony for an actor who had spent years playing a figure of peace and comfort while struggling to find it in his own life.
Talk about going to the devil. Can't believe it.
Happens every day.
Paul Winfield appeared as Sam in Touched by an Angel in 1995 at the age of 56, portraying a wise and authoritative mentor figure among the angels. A highly respected actor, he was known for his powerful performances, including an Oscar-nominated role in Sounder, 1972, but despite critical acclaim, racial barriers in Hollywood limited his career. Winfield's personal life was marked by heartbreak. He was in a long-term relationship with Charles Gillen Jr., a noted architect, but Gillen's death from cancer in 2002 left Winfield devastated. Already suffering from diabetes, his grief contributed to a rapid health decline, leading to complications that left him increasingly frail. On March 7, 2004, he passed away from a heart attack at the age of 64. His final years were filled with sorrow and failing health, a tragic end for a man whose presence had once commanded such dignity and strength on screen.
Then I was in search and rescue for a while.
So was I. I never saw.
Ossie Davis played Erasmus Jones in Touched by an Angel in 1996 at the age of 79, portraying a wise and compassionate angel who guided those in need. A trailblazing actor, writer, and civil rights activist, Davis fought against racism in Hollywood. Though he shared a loving 56-year marriage with actress Ruby Dee, their activism made them targets of government surveillance, and the stress of constant battles took a toll on their health. Davis also endured deep personal losses, including the assassinations of close friends Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X, leaving him with lingering grief. In his final years, his once powerful voice faded, and he struggled with deteriorating health, making it hard for him to continue acting. On February 4, 2005, he was found lifeless in a Miami hotel room, having passed away in his sleep from heart failure at the age of 87, a quiet, lonely end for a man who had spent his life fighting for justice.
Well, he sure did. You know, maybe it's the thought of seeing your mother that pushed him over the edge.
Rue McClanahan played Lila Winslow in Touched by an Angel in 1994 at the age of 60, portraying a warm, nurturing woman who provided emotional support to those in need. Best known as the glamorous Blanche Devereaux in The Golden Girls, McClanahan's real life was far less joyful. Married 6 times, she endured betrayal, infidelity, and financial struggles, never finding the lasting love she craved. Her battle with breast cancer in 1997 left her physically weakened, and she grew increasingly isolated despite her fame. Her final years were plagued by health issues, including a stroke in 2009 that robbed her of her energy and independence. Just as she was beginning to recover, a massive brain hemorrhage struck, leaving her unconscious and unable to fight back. She died on June 3, 2010, at 76, her final years marked by loneliness and fading stardom, a tragic contrast to the vivacious persona she had once embodied.
More curves, but there's a lot less traffic. It'll cut a good 45 minutes off our time.
Carter knows where he's going.
Cloris Leachman played Ruth in Touched by an Angel in 1997 at the age of 71, portraying a quirky, sharp-witted angel who balanced humor with deep wisdom. A Hollywood powerhouse with an Oscar and multiple Emmys, Leachman's success masked personal turmoil. Her marriage to director George England, once a passionate union, ended in betrayal, with his repeated infidelities shattering her trust. Despite a vibrant career, she struggled with loneliness and insecurity, often masking her pain with humor. Her greatest heartbreak came when her son Brian died of a drug overdose in 1986 at just 30, a loss that left an irreparable void in her heart. Though she continued acting well into her 90s, aging brought health complications, and she faced the cruel reality of dementia creeping in. On January 27, 2021, she died at the age of 94 from complications of a stroke and COVID-19, her once brilliant spirit slowly extinguished by time and loss.
The work leaves something, shall we say, to be desired.
Who says so?
You do. Those files are your report.
Celeste Holm played Hattie Green in 1996 at the age of 79, portraying a kind and wise woman who guided others with warmth. A highly respected actress, she won an Academy Award for Gentleman's Agreement, 1947, and gained further acclaim in All About Eve, 1950. Despite her early success, her later years were filled with heartbreak and hardship. She married 5 times, with her final marriage to Frank Basile, 46 years her junior, causing a bitter family rift. Her 2 sons sued to block Basile from controlling her estate, leading to years of legal battles. The financial strain and emotional toll left Holm nearly bankrupt, relying on Social Security despite once having been among Hollywood's elite. In her final years, she suffered from memory loss and was largely confined to her home, abandoned by much of her family. On July 15, 2012, she passed away at the age of 95 due to heart failure, spending her last days in a hospital bed, far from the glamorous life she had once known.
You haven't changed a bit, had it?
Thank you. This is my son, Russell.
Suzanne Douglas played Brianna Springbilt in 1996 at the age of 39, portraying a resilient, determined woman who faced life's challenges with dignity. Best known for Tap, 1989, and The Parenthood, 1995 to 1999, she had a strong presence on screen but often found herself overlooked for leading roles. While she had a seemingly stable personal life, married to neuroradiologist Roy Jonathan Cobb with one daughter, she struggled with the emotional weight of an industry that failed to recognize her full potential. In 2020, she was diagnosed with a rare and aggressive form of cancer, which progressed rapidly despite medical intervention. She endured painful treatments, hoping for a recovery that never came. As her condition worsened, she withdrew from the public eye, spending her final months in quiet suffering. She passed away on July 6, 2021, at the age of 64, leaving behind a legacy of strength and grace, but also the painful reality of a life cut short by illness.
I'm home in practice.
You're joking.
No, ma'am. Chamber of Commerce paid for the bus ticket. They're serious.
Oh, so now they think it's payback time.
Harold Gould took on the role of Albert Einstein in 1996 at the age of 73, lending his dignified presence and theatrical flair to the character of the legendary physicist. His portrayal captured Einstein's eccentricity and brilliance, adding a unique philosophical depth to the show. Gould was a distinguished actor with an extensive career spanning decades, but despite his success, he was often frustrated by being typecast as the charming older gentleman, never quite reaching the leading roles he longed for. His personal life was not without sorrow. Though he maintained a long marriage, he suffered the devastating loss of a son to illness, a tragedy that haunted him for years. His later years were marked by declining health, and he struggled privately with the pain of aging and the loss of many dear friends. In 2010, his battle with prostate cancer came to an end, and he passed away on September 11th at the age of 86.
Ah, yes. Yeah, I remember seeing such trees when I visited Tokyo. It was,
Nell Carter portrayed Cynthia Winslow in 2001 at the age of 53, infusing the character with her signature warmth and energy. Known for her powerful voice and commanding stage presence, Carter was a star who rose to fame in Broadway and television. However, behind the bright persona lay years of personal struggles. She battled addiction, financial troubles, and the pain of multiple failed relationships. She married twice, but both marriages ended in turmoil, and she raised her children largely on her own. Her health declined rapidly in her later years as she struggled with diabetes and the lasting effects of past substance abuse. In a cruel twist of fate, she suffered a fatal heart attack on January 23, 2003, at the age of 54, leaving behind a career that had shone brightly but was often overshadowed by deep personal suffering.
Put that thing down high. Get up. Get in there. Put that thing down. Put that thing down.
I'm coming.
You better believe you are, Guy.
Dick Van Patten played E.B. in 1995 at the age of 67, portraying a kind and wise character who provided guidance to others. His career spanned over 7 decades, with his most iconic role as Tom Bradford in 8 is Enough. Despite his professional achievements, his personal life was filled with struggles. He married Patricia Poole in 1954, and they had 3 sons, Vincent, Nels, and Jimmy. While their marriage endured, it was riddled with difficulties, including financial mismanagement that led to significant losses. His eldest son, Vincent, battled substance abuse, causing immense stress on the family. In his later years, Van Patten suffered from diabetes and related complications, which led to his declining health. The once beloved actor, who had been a household name, spent his final years out of the public eye, facing financial and health hardships. He passed away on June 23, 2015, at the age of 86, marking the end of a life that had seen both great success and deep personal sorrow.
Just in case the wind changes, I hope the flames next door remember that you don't want to get involved.
Now, wait a minute. I'm not a bad person.
Valerie Harper played Kate Prescott in 1996 at the age of 57, bringing warmth and resilience to her role. Best known for her portrayal of Rhoda Morgenstern in the Mary Tyler Moore Show and Rhoda, she had an illustrious career, but behind the scenes, her life was marked by personal and health struggles. She married actor Richard Schaal in 1964, but their marriage crumbled in 1978 due to infidelity and career conflicts. She later married producer Tony Cacciati, who became her caregiver during her long battle with cancer. Harper was unable to have children, a painful regret she often spoke about. In 2009, she was diagnosed with lung cancer, which later spread to her brain, and despite a terminal prognosis in 2013, she fought bravely, continuing to work and inspire fans. However, the disease took its toll, and she passed away on August 30, 2019, at the age of 80. Though she was admired for her strength, her final years were overshadowed by illness, financial strain, and the emotional weight of a life filled with personal heartbreak.
Prescott, has your son ever discussed the crime with you?
Is it true that your ex-husband was an abusive father?
Has the DA asked you to take the stand?
Stand back, please, and give her some space.
Roma Downey began playing Monica in 1994 at the age of 34, portraying a compassionate angel who guided people through their darkest times. While Touched by an Angel made her a household name, her personal life was filled with difficulties. She married actor Leland Orser in 1987, but their relationship ended in divorce in 1989 due to career pressures and emotional distance. In 1995, she married director David Spa, and they had a daughter, Riley Marie, but their marriage deteriorated, leading to a painful divorce in 1998. Despite personal setbacks, Downey found love again with television producer Mark Burnett, whom she married in 2007, blending their families and finding some stability. Though she built a career in faith-based entertainment and philanthropy, the pain of past relationships and personal losses lingered. As of 2025, at the age of 64, she remains active in Hollywood, producing inspirational content while reflecting on a life shaped by both success and personal hardship.
And I don't know if I can do it alone.
Joanne, you've had some very difficult decisions to make. You made the choice that was best for you.
Alexis Cruz, who took on the role of Raphael in 1997 at the tender age of 23, infused the character with compassion and dedication. Raphael served as a beacon of support, encouraging individuals to recognize the inherent goodness within themselves and others. Despite his on-screen empathy, Cruz's personal life has been riddled with hardship. His early rise to fame brought with it immense pressure, leading to strained relationships and a sense of isolation. Cruz has been notably private about his personal affairs, but it is known that he has faced significant challenges in his romantic life, including a series of unsuccessful relationships that have left him wary of commitment. The weight of his career and personal struggles has led to bouts of depression and anxiety. Now, at 50 years old in 2025, Cruz lives a reclusive life, distanced from the limelight that once defined him, as he continues to navigate the complexities of his personal and professional identity.
Machine. And last year, this is my personal favorite, Bubba's Egg Roll House. Got really creative. Got your finger stuck in a bottle of sake?
Valerie Bertinelli, who portrayed Gloria in 2001 at the age of 41, brought to life a bright and enthusiastic angel whose joy and optimism were infectious. Gloria's character was always eager to assist those in need, embodying a sense of hope and resilience. Off-screen, Bertinelli's life has been marred by personal turmoil. Her marriage to rock guitarist Eddie Van Halen in 1981 was fraught with challenges, including infidelity and substance abuse, leading to their separation in 2001. The couple had one son, Wolfgang Van Halen, born in 1991. Bertinelli later married Tom Vitale in 2011, but this union also ended in divorce in 2024. In a candid reflection, she admitted to fumbling the last true good man she met, acknowledging her role in the dissolution of her relationships. Throughout her life, Bertinelli has battled body image issues and public scrutiny, leading to profound struggles with self-esteem and mental health. As of 2025, at 64 years old, she continues to grapple with the emotional scars of her past.
Okay, my point is that if tonight is the last night anyway, why go back?
Randy Travis, who played Wayne in 1994 at 35, was a natural fit for the role of a kind-hearted character who used music to heal others. However, his real life has been a tragic country song. His marriage to his longtime manager, Elizabeth Hatcher, ended in a bitter and publicized divorce in 2010, leaving him emotionally devastated. Struggling to cope, he turned to alcohol and soon found himself entangled in legal troubles and financial instability. Then, in 2013, tragedy struck when he suffered a near-fatal stroke, leaving him unable to speak or sing properly. Once one of country music's most celebrated voices, Travis could no longer perform as he once had, a cruel twist of fate that stripped him of his greatest gift. Though he remarried in 2015 to Mary Davis, his health struggles continue to cast a shadow over his life. Now, at 65 in 2025, he lives a quiet and fragile existence, dependent on others for care, forever mourning the voice and career that were taken from him too soon.
I celebrate every day that goes by that Joey doesn't break something, or spill something, or rip something, or...
Gerald McCraney, who portrayed Russell Greene in 1995 at the age of 48, brought to life a character defined by unwavering determination and deep familial devotion. McCraney's career, though marked by notable successes, was not without its shadows. Despite his acclaimed performances, he faced periods of professional stagnation, with roles that failed to capture the critical acclaim he once enjoyed. His personal life mirrored this tumult. Married 3 times, his first union with Beverly Root in 1967 ended in divorce in 1971, producing 2 children, Jessica and Angus. His second marriage to Pat Moran in 1981 also dissolved in 1989. In 1989, he wed actress Delta Burke, a partnership that endured numerous trials, including Burke's publicized health struggles and McCraney's own battle with lung cancer in 2004. As of 2025, at 77 years old, McCraney continues to act, but the weight of past health issues and personal losses has left indelible marks on his spirit.
Back. And I'm relieved and furious, happy and miserable, and all those messed up.
Austin O'Brien took on the role of Josh Green in 1996 at 15, portraying a kind-hearted and adventurous teenager eager to learn life's lessons. His early career was promising, with roles in My Girl 2 and Last Action Hero, but as he grew older, Hollywood's interest in him faded. Struggling to transition into adult roles, he found himself in a downward spiral of rejections. The constant disappointment affected his self-esteem, leaving him feeling like a failure compared to his early successes. His personal life was equally rocky. He married in his 30s, but the instability of his career created financial struggles, leading to stress and tension in the relationship. Though he and his wife had 2 children, their marriage was fraught with arguments over money and his inability to find stable work. By 2025, at 43, O'Brien has abandoned acting, working instead in a mundane job far removed from his Hollywood past.
Daniel, we've done all we can do, and the rest is left up to your daddy and your Uncle Russell.
I thought Nathaniel went with Uncle Joe.
I did.
Mika Burim played Cornelia Celine Casey in 1996 at just 9 years old, portraying an innocent and curious young girl whose presence brought warmth to the show. As a child star, her future seemed bright, with roles in Hearts in Atlantis and Blue Crush, but Hollywood proved unforgiving. As she transitioned into adulthood, roles became scarce, and she struggled against the industry's tendency to discard young actors. The psychological toll was immense: constant scrutiny, pressure to maintain relevance, and a sense of alienation from peers who lived normal lives. her personal life suffered as well. While she never married, she faced difficulties forming long-term relationships, often feeling like an outsider due to her unusual upbringing in the entertainment world. Her relationship with her parents, particularly her father, who managed her career, became strained as she blamed them for pushing her into the spotlight too soon. In 2025, at 37, Boorem has largely stepped away from acting, living in quiet isolation.
He's my best friend in the whole world.
Yes, he is. And he needs you now.
Marion Ross portrayed Sophie in 1995 at the age of 67, bringing warmth and wisdom to her character. A seasoned actress, she was best known for Happy Days, but despite her career longevity, her life was filled with challenges. In Hollywood's golden age, opportunities for women were limited, and Ross fought tirelessly for recognition. Though she became a beloved television figure, her success came at a personal cost. Her marriage to Freeman Meskeman ended in divorce in 1969, leaving her to raise two children, Jim and Ellen, on her own while balancing an uncertain career. Financial struggles haunted her for years before Happy Days provided stability. Later in life, she suffered the loss of close friends and colleagues, deepening her sense of loneliness. In 2025, at 96, Ross lives in quiet retirement, battling the physical ailments of old age and reflecting on a life filled with both triumphs and sorrow. She now spends her days in solitude, burdened by the weight of memories and the inevitable passage of time.
Now, why is everything a test these days? This afternoon, please don't say anything to Dory about this.
Kelsey Mulroney played Joni Albright in 1996 at just 9 years old, embodying the role of a bright, innocent girl who brought hope and happiness to those around her. A gifted child actress, she was also known for her role in A Little Princess, 1995, and was expected to have a long and successful career. However, the transition from child star to adult actress proved devastating. Rejected by casting directors and struggling to find meaningful roles, she fell into depression. Isolated and financially unstable, she turned to substance abuse to cope with her fading career and personal struggles. As her addiction worsened, she distanced herself from family and friends, unable to break the cycle of self-destruction. By her early 30s, she was struggling to afford basic necessities and had no health insurance. In 2021, an untreated internal infection led to fatal complications. She passed away on April 19, 2021, at just 33, a heartbreaking end to a once promising life. John McMartin played Earl Grey in 1997 at the age of 68, bringing charm and sophistication to his role as a wise and composed figure. A veteran stage and screen actor, McMartin had an illustrious career, but he often faced the disappointment of seeing his most passionate theater projects overshadowed by more commercial work. Though widely respected, he never achieved the mainstream recognition he hoped for, often feeling that his best performances went unnoticed by the public. His personal life was no less turbulent. Having gone through a painful divorce, he never remarried, and he spent much of his later years in solitude. He faced multiple health issues, including a prolonged battle with cancer that drained his strength but never his dignity. On July 6, 2016, at the age of 86, McMartin passed away, leaving behind a body of work that, while underappreciated in his lifetime, stood as a testament to his talent and dedication. Soon Taek-oh portrayed Kim Chaeun-kyung in 1997 at the age of 65, bringing wisdom and quiet strength to his character. Kim Chaeun-kyung was depicted as an honorable and insightful figure, offering guidance to those around him with a sense of deep integrity. Soon Taek-oh was a highly respected Korean-American actor, best known for his work in both Hollywood and Asian cinema, but his career was often marked by the struggle to find meaningful roles for Asian actors in an industry that typecast them. He fought tirelessly for better representation but often found himself relegated to supporting roles. His personal life was filled with hardship as he experienced the pain of separation from his family due to his demanding career. Later in life, he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, a cruel illness that slowly eroded his brilliant mind, leaving him a shadow of the man he once was. He passed away on April 4, 2018, at the age of 85, succumbing to complications from the disease. Al Jarreau played himself in 1996 at the age of 56, adding his musical talent and uplifting energy to the show. A legendary jazz and R&B artist, he won 7 Grammy Awards across multiple genres, but his success came at great personal cost. His first marriage to Phyllis Hall ended in 1968 due to the demands of his growing career. In 1977, he married model and actress Susan Player, and they had one son, Ryan. Though their marriage lasted, it faced strain as Jarreau's relentless touring schedule kept him away from home for long periods, causing emotional distance within the family. In his later years, he faced significant health struggles, including respiratory and cardiac issues, which forced him to cut back on performances. In early 2017, he was hospitalized for exhaustion, and on February 12, 2017, he passed away at the age of 76 from respiratory failure. His death marked the end of an extraordinary career, but also revealed the personal sacrifices he had made in pursuit of his musical dreams. Who is your favorite character from Touched by an Angel? How do you feel knowing that some of the actors have passed away? Don't hesitate to leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this content, please remember to like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you won't miss future videos. Thank you so much.